Hey guys, so last night I stayed up way too late to finish The Mystery Writer by Sulari Gentile. Um, Here's the author's name. I hope I didn't butcher it too badly, though I'm sure I did butcher it. Anyway, this tells the story of a woman who has decided that she is going to give up her pursuit of being a lawyer, and she drops out of the school in Australia that she was in and goes to her brother in the US and says, "Help me. I've dropped out. I want to be a novelist." And so he says, all right. He actually went through with becoming a lawyer. It was a stipulation in their grandparents' will that their grandchildren would inherit a huge amount of money if they went into a stable, lucrative career. Unlike the main character and her brother's parents, who are basically nomads, drifters, living kind of in an outdoor community kind of thing. But yeah, they are people who don't hold down steady jobs. They don't have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of resources. And the grandparents wanted better for their grandchildren because their parents chose this path. So, anyway, our main character, her nickname is Theo. Theodosia is her full name. Like I said, she decides to become a novelist, and she ends up settling down with her brother in his house in Kansas. Yes, Kansas. And she she becomes familiar with the town and everything and ends up going to this bar, and that's where she begins writing. And one day she drops the book that is her lucky charm, and this guy picks it up that she has seen at the bar numerous times, and they start talking about it. And then they start conversing about different things about their lives, more about her life than anything. And he tells her that he is actually a novelist. He is the Dan Murdoch. He has written these different, I believe, mystery, slasher, thriller novels. And if she wanted, he could help mentor her. Well, that goes on for several months, and just when she has finished the manuscript, she hopes that he will show this manuscript to the agency that he works for. And he gets kind of cagey about it and says, "No, I'm not going to do that. This isn't the right fit for that agency." And then that night, he's murdered. So, yeah, we have something of a murder mystery on our hands. There is also this weird online cult conspiracy group that we get different tidbits of at the beginning of chapters. And I'm not going to spoil anything with this. Basically everything that I just told you, you find out within, I want to say, the first 7 or so chapters. Well, at least the more detailed version that I just did. You find out that her mentor is killed in the blurb. When her mentor, a highly successful author, is brutally murdered, Theo wants the killer to be found and justice to be served. Well, I'm going to give a little bit of a continuation, again, still mentioned in the blurb. The police eventually turn their sights to her brother because of a couple of different circumstantial evidence pieces. And Theo can't deal with that. Her brother already saved her once, and I'm not going to detail that because that is... It's not exactly a spoiler, what ended up happening, because it's hinted at very early on. But, well, I will say trigger warning for it because it does have to do with an older man and a 10-year-old Theo and sexual assault. So, trigger warning for that. There literally are only 2, maybe 3 bits in the story where that is talked about in any kind of detail. So I would definitely still recommend reading this book if you are going to be triggered by something like that. Possibly just skip those passages because it takes up, I want to say, maybe 2.5 pages total in the entire thing. So anyway, yeah, I definitely recommend this book. I like how the author weaved not only this mystery, but this kind of conspiracy cult within it, and how she connected some of the things with the conspiracy cult with our main characters. Read the book to find out what I mean with that. I also loved the name of the conspiracy cult thing. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but yeah, it took me until the end of the novel when I read the last few pages that I was like, oh, of course, that's why it's called that. I don't doubt that people paying more attention would realize it a lot sooner. But yeah, have you read this book? Tell me what you think of it if you have. Don't leave spoilers in the comments, but I would love to know if you've read it, what you thought of it, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what's your critical take on it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.